This is the story of Clunker. Right one morning, early in October, a pair of kookaburras landed on the lawn in my backyard. They were very busy collecting grubs and worms that were amongst the grass after the rain. I found this interesting and began to watch. Each in turn would fly off to a large gum tree on the nature reserve next door. I moved along the veranda with my coffee in hand to see where they were taking all this food. There it was, a little beak poking out of a hollow, gobbling up every morsel that was taken to him. This went on for a week or two, and the youngster you could see growing daily, and more feathers appearing daily. He seemed quite an ugly little thing, but cute. After the rains passed, the grubs and worms seemed harder to find, and the parents had to travel further and further to find food. Till one day they didn't return, and I knew the little one, now nicknamed Clunker because of his tapping on the tree when his parents arrived. I knew something was wrong, and when I found the parents dead on the road, they'd been hit by a car. My first thought was, what was going to happen to Clunker? He's all alone. So I went back to the gum tree where the nest was, but no Clunker. Had a cat got him, or a hawk? My heart fell, as I had watched the little kookaburra being fed and looked after so well by his parents. I felt sad to think that it was all over, a whole family gone. It wasn't fair. But then there was a little squawk underneath a low bush near the gum tree. It was Clunker. When his parents didn't show up, he apparently decided it was time to leave, but didn't get far. So I picked him up and didn't appreciate that too much, but settled quickly in my warm hands. When I arrived home, I found a small box and put him in it to snuggle into. I grabbed some mince for his lunch. Boy, he can eat. He ate and settled into his new life with his new family. I was really pleased that he was okay. He grew very quickly, and the pin feathers were replaced by beautiful full feathers of adult, and all the colours were so lovely. He was going to be a truly lovely bird. I became very attached to the fugly little fellow, and so has my 4-year-old daughter, Abby. Clunker was starting to fly, and his trips were getting longer and longer. It was a real pleasure to watch him as he practiced and honed his skills. But we still hadn't heard him laugh yet. As the weeks went on, Clunker grew faster and more agile. It was midsummer by this time, with no worms or grubs to find, but Clunker still had us, and he stayed close, always watching, which I was very thankful for only a week later, when a snake came in the yard. It was a very big snake, and I was standing on the veranda, well away from Abby, and the snake was heading straight for my little girl. I couldn't do anything except pray. Then down flew Clunker, grabbed the snake in his beak, and flicked once, twice, and then a third, and the snake was dead. Clunker grabbed the snake and flew up into the gum tree, where he placed the snake. He threw back his head, and he laughed and laughed. He then flew down on the lawn just in front of us, and poked about for a worm. Clunker is a real part of our family, and showed his love with his actions. That's the end of the second story. Hope to see you next week for third one.